Looking at my boys SX4 today, guys, the 2007 two-wheel drive model. I'm going to replace everything up to this flange right here, which is the forward catalytic. I'm already into this for $1,200 or $1,300, believe it or not. For the muffler, ridiculously expensive at 500 and change, and the rear cat pipe, 500 and change. And this is a dealer item only. These are two aftermarket items I got from Walker. I don't think Walker is available in the rest of the world, but it certainly is in North America. This intermediate pipe here that goes between the rear and the forward cat is a Suzuki item only. That wasn't cheap either, coming in at 150 bucks or something. Yeah, expensive. So this is Decrepitude, and you can see here I've got a repair flange on the intermediate pipe here. This is all garbage, all garbage. And a number of the hangers are gone missing from the back. You can see the hanger has parted company with the tailpipe here on the aft end, so also decrepit. Some pieces you guys are going to want to know. Here's the part number for the intermediate pipe. Again, this is the pipe that goes between the forward catalytic flange and the aft catalytic flange. Small length of pipe here, I don't know, maybe 16 inches. So yeah, this is decrepit. So this attaches to both ends, so if this is unsound, you're in trouble, because it's going to rattle like hell and it'll bother the hell out of you. So although it's expensive, to me it's worth the investment. As far as I know, nobody makes this in the aftermarket world. Here's the lead gaskets that go between conical lead gaskets. There's the Suzuki part number if you're interested. However, they are available in the aftermarket. There's I think that's a Walker part number. And yeah, you're going to need some attached hardware, of course, right? Be aware, this does not come with the nuts, strangely, this little kit. Here's the part number. It comes with a bushing, a spring, a bolt, and a conical washer, but no nut. You're going to have to find yourself some, these are M10, and it's a 1.25 thread. However, I couldn't get those nuts last night, so I just got some generic nuts and bolts. That's 1.5 thread M10. That'll have to do, I guess. This is the Walker part number for the aft catalytic. This is expensive, man. This is like $600 Canadian. It is pricey for what it is. It all is pricey for what it is. And believe it or not, that muffler is like $550. Also ridiculously priced. I don't know if the Walker part number, there's the Walker part number there. So here's the sedan part number from Walker. Again, it is a different part. Be aware. But this will give you the part numbers. Again, there is no part number here. This is only for the attached hardware, not the intermediate pipe. Forward, aft, intermediate pipe, and of course the muffler. And here's what you're going to require. That's the clamp. Where's that clamp? It's expensive as well for what it is. I believe this is like 50 bucks. Unbelievable. Yeah, that's not a rip-off at all, though. So that's the clamp they're showing there. Again, the bolt kit. Same number? Yeah, same number. And the gaskets, the conical gaskets, 31360, 31360. Conical, spherical. Let's go with spherical. You know, some tooling that you might find useful. I might cut the hardware off, as you know, once the heat gets to that and the corrosion, it's not easy to deal with, and if you're renewing it anyway, you might as well just cut off. This flange here, and honestly, with it being under the car and getting the old one out, yeah, I don't know whether it's the forward or aft flange. It actually has captive bolts welded onto it, as you can see. So in this case, you are going to need the M10 bolt that has the 1.25 threads, because you're stuck dealing with this. You could cut it off, of course, but why do that if you've got the proper bolt? Ideally, guys, support the pipe that you're looking at drop. Some axle stands or whatever works for you. If you can, stops it from dropping on you. So the captive nuts actually go to the forward side, so they go to the forward cat. Just make sure you scrub the pipe that comes down from the forward cat. Of course, there's a spherical gasket that goes in between there, guys. Just make sure that surface is nice and clean. I think that's pretty much self-explanatory. For comparison's sake, catalytic's a bit, the aft cat here is a bit smaller, as you might imagine. Here's the hangers that are missing, of course. And of course, if these hangers are missing, all it does is transfer the load onto the flange, and of course it breaks the flanges. This is completely bitched. I've had an attempt at welding that in the past, and as is the intermediate pipe there, right? So the hangers are crucial. This is a two-piece, guys. There's actually a crush clamp that goes here, so this is a slip fit. So it's not quite the same as the original, probably for shipping purposes, I would imagine. And yeah, here's the exhaust, the 3 hangers. There's the original. Still in good shape. You know, if you were inclined, you certainly could weld another hanger on there. Save yourself some money probably, but my welding skills are weak, to be quite honest. Very weak indeed. So these are just generic hangers I got from Amazon, guys. I'll put the part number in the corner or whatever. And I'm just going to use a wee bit of silicone on the hanger here. Just a wee touch. We taste, as Dave would say. I guess petroleum and rubber are not exactly good friends, so petroleum products. So I guess silicone makes a bit of sense. See if they fit. Yeah, should be alright. Wear gloves, these are like razors. Where you run into the limitations of some aftermarket product, right? So again, they're spherical gaskets. This does not have a spherical or concave, you know, couple flange on it. So this doesn't really fit properly. So I'm gonna have to spend a bit of time hogging this out. Yeah, I did compare it to the original, and it has got this spherical, you know, coupling on it. It doesn't go this way, although we'll see how I make it with this. I am actually tempted to put it this way and just let it crush, but that wouldn't be ideal, I don't think. So for better or for worse, I use my little pneumatic angle grinder there, and put basically a chamfer on it, or a, you know, try to match the contour of the gasket here. I'll see which gasket actually fits best. But at least it actually sits inside now, which makes sense to me as opposed to just sitting like that. But maybe that would have been fine too, I don't know. I just did what I thought was best. Don't forget to turn this upside down, pull out your rag so you didn't poison your new cat, right? So I just have that tentatively hung up for now, guys, including the hangers. And again, it's nice if you have an axle stand to help you out, a third hand. So there's the muffler hanging, guys, on the 3 points. You can see that. And it seems to be reasonable. There's a reasonable amount of clearance here. I think it's going to hit the body molding here on the rear bumper, but we'll see. Might need to tweak. So I had to remove the muffler again, guys, because there's just no way I could get this to couple. It's just too tight, right? So I guess we can resort to some physics. Nope, not happening. So let's try a slot. and some heat. Okay, so that's the front intermediate pipe flange done, guys. You can see the gasket in there. I've double nutted that because I can. It's just a plain nut, so I thought I'd jam nut it. The two hangers were perfect. Again, I'll give you those part numbers. Make sure you've got adequate clearance. Sorry. Here's the other clamp. That was fine. I put it this way just for maximum ground clearance. There's plenty of space up here. It's not going to foul anything. And make sure, rock and roll this thing. Make sure you've got the clearance, because you're going to find it. If you don't in a big hurry, and be disappointed. What a pain in the ass that. That was the hardest part of the whole job, believe it or not. Get that slip joint to actually fit. What's new, right? Aftermarket parts. Again, you can see here, guys. Make sure nothing knocks, nothing contacts. Everything is free to move. Sorry, inchworming on my back here. Make sure you've got adequate clearance. You can see there on the body, I hope. Should be more than adequate clearance, and nothing is knocking there. I've got a tow bar on this thing. So the real tight spot was actually right here. So don't be surprised if you have to bend some hangers and stuff to get things to sit nicely, right? What's new? Well, I guess the acid test is started up in here. You didn't think my OCD was going to let those leaves sit in there, did you? Lovely. And that's it, guys. It's all buttoned up. Sounds good. I know I didn't like here running in the garage, but I've got my garage door closed again. I've been trying to keep the heat in. Take my word for it. It sounds good. Yeah, I'm not going to take it off the ramps and take it for a road test, for the simple reason tomorrow I'm going to swap over to my snow tires for my boy. He's going to start driving this vehicle. And the reason I wanted to get all this done and a few items buttoned up is because he's like 200 kilometers away from me at school, so I didn't want the exhaust dropping off the week after he takes it. What's the point in that, right? So yeah, some more SX4 content in the works, guys. Some unexpected content. I'll tell you about that. Unexpected gift on Christmas Eve. I'll tell you about that another time. It's late. I'm tired. Cheers.